Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Moral of our first story, don't abuse employees if you're related to someone in a company, because under certain circumstances, you can hurt your relatives without even knowing it. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Oh, you're the manager's wife? I was previously a manager at a store which was not doing very well, so therefore we were always short-staffed. This instance happened during the holiday season. I was the only manager on duty and our jewelry department was extremely busy. Only certified employees can go behind the counter or a manager, and on this particular day there were only 2 qualified employees. I got a call to the jewelry department saying that they were busy and had a very angry customer. I was used to this, so I walked up calmly with a smile on my face, as I always do. When I rounded the corner, I saw this lady banging her fists on the counter, exclaiming, "Where are all the employees? This is ridiculous." I understood her frustration, but it's never the employee's fault when a store is understaffed, and since we were all being polite, her rudeness was not warranted. One of my jewelry associates was with customers who were very understanding of how busy we were and how hard we were working. I grabbed the keys to open the case and then walked up to the woman and asked, "How can I help you today?" To which she replied, "Well, it's about time. Does no one here care?" And, "Ha, you're the manager. That's a good one." I calmly explained we were doing the best we could with the hands we had and that everyone was doing last-minute shopping. I didn't say it's not our fault you're in a rush, but I wanted to. Also, since she was causing such a scene, I had to take care of her first when there were customers who'd been waiting before her. They all seemed taken aback by her outburst, so no one complained. I was very good at calming frantic customers down, so I chatted with her about her purchase and she continued to give me attitude and called us all incompetent. When she went to pay, I recognized the name on her card. It was the last name of the store manager from another location within the same company that I had worked for the previous year. Oh, I was going to have fun with this. This is how it went. I am M for manager, she is UC for upset customer. M: Wait, are you in any way related to SM, store manager I'd previously worked for? UC: Yes. I am his wife. Why? She looked visibly nervous. I very loudly exclaimed, "Oh, I worked under him at the other location. He was the store manager. Great guy. I know they're short-staffed right now as well. Hope they're doing okay." Some customers can be rough about the lines there. Tell him I said hi. Actually, I owe him a call. It's been almost a year. Oh, that's great. I'll tell him you said hi. She looked so uncomfortable and left so quickly. Her attitude went from pompous to meek in a minute flat. The best part? The understanding customers who'd been with my employee overheard everything, and the lady walked over to me and said, "Don't worry, your employee told me about the online survey. I can't believe how she talked to you, and I'll let the company know." The next day, there was a survey on our website. The company takes surveys very seriously. The understanding customers had let corporate know about the entire situation and named her and the store manager by name. The other store manager did not get in trouble, as it was not his fault, but I bet he gave his wife an earful for embarrassing him and verbally abusing people that worked in his company. Also, I got praise for handling the situation and my store's survey numbers went up. And our second story. You really thought you're going to get paid? This happened about 10 years ago. I was unemployed at the time and was in need of glasses due to my deteriorating eyesight. Visited the Social Security office after an eye doctor appointment and gave them the proof I really did need glasses as I can't see well anymore. They told me to go to the store in town, they have a great deal, and to get a quote for glasses. The allowance for glasses was 250 or so euros, about $280. As I entered the store, the optician greeted me enthusiastically. "Hi, how are you? What can I do for you?" she asked. "Well, I'm here to buy eyeglasses." "I've never had one, so I don't really know where to start," I said. "It's all right, let's see what you need. What's your budget?" "Well, 250 euros, and I need a quote for the welfare." At this point, she lost her interest completely. Ah, right, welfare. The cheap models are here. Let me know which you picked and we'll see the quote. It's like I didn't exist at this point. I find a pair for like $100 and bring them to the counter. She takes the information she needs and I ask, can I have the scratch-proof coating on my glasses? Let me go ask my boss, she says. You know that smile when you know you can say something really, really nasty for someone? Well, she had that smile. I had pretty good hearing at the time, so I overheard the following conversation through the door. This guy thinks he's going to get hard coat and other crap for his welfare glasses. What should I tell him? Ha, he really thinks they're going to pay for something like that? Well, tell the guy it's not possible. Put the usual price for the glasses. She comes back and hands me a quote. Sorry, we can't do it. You can have just the basic lenses. I see the quotes for the maximum amount, 250 euros. I ask why. Well, that's not your problem. Do you want the glasses or not, she says. I see you put 250 euros in there for 100 euro glasses. She just nods. Here's your quote. So they bill the full price and I'm not even getting the damn hard coat? Fine, I don't have a choice here, so I just shrug and take the quote to the welfare office. Effing jerks. The process for approval takes 3 weeks, so after I've dropped the quote to the office, I go home and wait. Next day, I get a phone call. It's the place I sent my resume. Yep, I'm still available and, I can come tomorrow for an interview. I get the job, steady one that pays better than my previous one. I start working next Monday, get paid, buy myself glasses, from another store of course, and get them delivered in a week. I also get myself some business casual clothing for work. Even if I'd told the welfare office I got a job, they'd already approved the glasses, and next week I was sent a commitment for the payment for the said glasses. For those of you who don't know, this is how this goes. I should take the paper to the store, they bill the welfare office for the value of the glasses, I get my cheap, crappy glasses. So off I go. I arrive at the store, same lady behind the counter, great. Hi, I've got the approval to buy a pair of glasses. I say, well, that's great. Give it to me and I'll put the order forward. I decline and ask to see the owner. Well, wait a minute, I'll get her. The owner comes over from the back room. Ma'am, I start. I came here 3 weeks ago to buy myself a pair of glasses. This lady here was really helpful for showing me what really nice ones you've got, but the second I told her I'm on welfare and need a quote, she just laughed and pretty much shooed me off and told me to find one from the cheaper ones in the back of the store. So I did. So I got the quote approved, see? I show them the approval. And guess what? I don't think I've ever had as crappy service anywhere else than in this place. While I was picking glasses, this employee of yours was busy serving the other people in the store. She was really friendly to them. When I asked her for assistance, she just told me she's busy and went to do something on the computer. But hey, I've got the approval right here. You know, the one that says 250 euros instead of 100 euros, your standard operating procedure? On behalf of every poor jerk who has to rely on your crappy service, I tear the approval into tiny pieces and throw the shreds all over the counter. F you. Keep the change. I put on the glasses I'd bought from the other store. Now excuse me, my shift starts in 1 hour. Goodbye. The same evening, I wrote an email to the welfare office calling out the store and their shady practices. I'm not sure if it helped, but the store closed within 6 months. Good on you for calling them out. I wonder how many people they made feel like schmucks while jacking up the price of cheap glasses. And our last story. The HOA member thinks the city park belongs to her. I live with my parents in a large 500-house gated community. For the past 20 years, the HOA has done a good job keeping the roads, sidewalks, pools, and small clubhouse maintained. A large number of houses overlook an old and well-loved city park, where a number of ducks, geese, and the occasional lost pelican or stork live. The park is completely unconnected to the HOA or gated community. Earlier this year, park management announced they were going to be doing extensive deep maintenance like cleaning and restocking the lakes, pruning trees, cleaning the gravel paths, etc. Included in this was a complete teardown and reconstruction of the restrooms, which my dad swears were from the 1970s. Enter Lucy, 30-something SAHM who got elected to the HOA board last year. She somehow thought that the park was administered by the HOA, and thus all plans needed to be seen by her for approval. She was very vocal about her feelings on this next door and got together a small posse of supporters, ignored all the naysayers, and tried to shut down the operation via calls to the original community developer. When that failed, Lucy's next target was the city, but the city the development is in is not the same city that runs the park, thanks to legacy city limits. Obviously, construction and renovation has been going on without a hitch, so Lucy takes matters into her own hands and uses the tiny fragment of authority she has as a board member to file a lawsuit on behalf of the HOA against the government agency responsible for the park. One problem. While the park is on the other city's land, it's actively run and managed by the state because it was designated before the city was incorporated. So Lucy filed a lawsuit based on a violation of HOA policy against the state of California. There was an emergency board meeting called to deal with it, but due to scheduling errors, not enough members showed up to achieve quorum. Although plenty of residents did, Lucy refused to concede, and she couldn't be removed from her position, so everyone went home angry. Yesterday, at the regular board meeting 1 week later, the residents learned the lawsuit had been tossed out of court, much to everyone's relief. But the community's now on the hook for an unknown amount of legal fees. Rumor around the grapevine, courtesy of my neighbor who knows everyone, is that the rest of the board are waiting until a bill becomes due. The bylaws only allow board members to file on behalf of the community, not for them. It's meant to cover certain niche situations that rarely come up. Ideally, all the costs are in Lucy's name, so the rest of us wouldn't have to pay anything. HOA boards are full of ninnies. They should be illegal or heavily regulated. Much, much, much heavier than they already are. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.